Okay, St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment program now sees a 90% reduction in approved real estate following the reform. Now, this just came out in my newsletter. Before the new administration took office last year, St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment program had 95 approved real estate investment options. Today, it only has 9, okay? Now, I'm not saying that that will be the only 9. They're still going back through and checking with the other developments, but they are streamlining this and they're cutting it way, way, way back. The ones that were not actually producing or either had issues and problems that the government saw, they're taking those and they're eliminating them, it looks like here. Now, on December the 23rd of last year, just weeks into his tenure, it talked about in the article, as the CEO of the St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment Unit, Michael Martin introduced a comprehensive set of new, stricter rules by Citizenship by Investment approved real estate in the country. Now, at the same time, he informed developers that to continue receiving investment under the Citizenship by Investment program, each project would need to seek and attain requalification under the new rules. Now, while the Citizenship by Investment program amended some of its new rules, a few weeks later, following consultations with stakeholders, initially it had prohibited resales of Citizenship by Investment property, but later said it would allow this if the property had been subject to substantial further investment approved by the cabinet. It decided to keep many tough new restrictions despite protestations from developers. Now, they were talking about here, as they explained before, when the rules came out in December, and a move no doubt aimed at tackling the problematic practices of financing and ghost projects under the program's real estate option. The new Citizenship by Investment Board is emphasizing that the $200,000 minimum, this is US dollars, does not include international marketing agent commissions, authorized agent fees. It doesn't include advances to the main applicant or dependents of any nature, financial returns, guaranteed returns, advances, or any type of payments to the main applicant or dependents of any nature, due diligence, background check fees, Citizenship by Investment application fees, Citizenship by Investment application form fees, and any other commissions of any nature, and also any related fees listed in Regulation 35. Now, the above listed new conditions that I've just gone over with you will have wide ramifications for some developers that have routinely paid commissions and agent fees out of the principal investment amount. Now, the deadline for applying for redesignation as an approved Citizenship by Investment option was March the 31st of this year. For the first 5 months of the year, the CIU's website listed no approved real estate developments. But then in May, however, the list of approved developments reappeared. This time, however, only 9 developments were listed, which means that fewer than 1 in 10 real estate projects have requalified. And I'm going to give those to you here in just a minute. But why haven't more real estate projects requalified? Well, first, real estate projects have had already finished construction and sold out years ago, and for which substantial upgrades were not planned, would have no reason to seek redesignation, since properties already sold to Citizenship by Investment investors can no longer be resold unless the new capital is injected into the project. And they're talking about here, these were old developments that people bought out years ago. So, a lot of those were already built, so that, they're not injecting more money into them, which is going to be a new requirement for these properties to be resold for, citizenship. Now, second, the new rules about what the developers may or may not do with the US $200,000 minimum investment funds have been disrupted the business model of many developers, which typically included paying agents and promoters commissions out of the principal investment sum, a business model that continues uninterrupted in other Caribbean Citizenship by Investment countries. They explain this predicament in their Q4 2022 private briefing to some of their other members here. Now, the new regulations stipulate that developers will effectively be unable to pay any commissions at all. commissions to marketing agents or payments to local accredited agents typically came out of the funds the developer is able to raise by selling shares in a project to Citizenship by Investment investors. If the developer isn't able or allowed to do that, the entirety of the $200,000 minimum real estate investment will have to go towards construction. Now, but where will the developer then find the funds to pay commissions to agents? How will agents make money? Will they have to charge higher client fees? Will they have to raise their client fees by a factor of at least 4 to make the same amount of money they would have made in the past from real estate commissions? It's unlikely that the agents will accept that. More likely they'll almost uniformly opt for the donation route instead, which means the regulations as currently formulated will effectively kill the Citizenship by Investment real estate in St. Kitts. I don't think that's going to happen because I don't think they're going to do that, but we'll see what happens. One local Citizenship by Investment marketer, not a developer, remarked that the Citizenship by Investment developers in St. Kitts and Nevis now can't pay commissions, but it's not clear if they will pay consultants a fee, marketers a fee, or for whatever matter, if they can pay any supplier a fee at all, as it could all be considered commissions. Basically, they told their developers that they will be the only real estate developers in the world who will not be allowed to pay commissions. I assume this will hamper the sales of real estate, which is probably the intention. I don't think that's going to happen, but you're definitely going to see some of these people, I think, or developments. You're going to see a lot of these developments go by the wayside, the ones that there's positivity to that because it weeds out a lot of the dead limbs. The problem with that is you got some people that don't work as hard as others, and they've gone out and they've bought a lot of land to qualify for citizenship. Now, since the government's come in and put the government could just shut them down, okay? Which means basically their business is dead. I think that personally they should grandfather these companies even if they're going slow, as long as they're building when the client wants to get a unit built. I think they should honor that because these people went in and spent tons of money buying up property to qualify for citizenship. But we'll see what happens with that. I can understand their situation. They want to make sure that the client's protected and that they don't want these small fries coming in that aren't really pushing and really building the properties quick. But at the same time, these people are now stuck with developments. If they can't approve those for citizenship, they're going to have a hard time selling those properties. Okay, so I mean that's the thing that that I think they should grandfather these people and maybe start from new people coming in, and they have to be big developers and show proof of that. Otherwise, they can't set up a development in St. Kitts. Also, folks, if you want to legally get around high income taxes and how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here, and you get new videos automatically as they come out. And number 2 is I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. Number 3 is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. All right, let's look at the actual developments that have been approved for citizenship. There's only 9 of them. I mean, it's they've whittled this down like 95%. Now, whether or not they're going to still let a few of these other developments come in, we'll see what happens. Now, let's look at the developments that are coming in. Four Seasons Resort, which is in Nevis, that one has been approved. Harbor Bluff Villas, I think that one's in Nevis. That one's been approved. Number 3 is Manor by the Sea Condominiums. That one's in St. Kitts. And then you got Royal Villas 8 through 18 of Royal St. Kitts Hotel. That's in St. Kitts. You got the St. Christopher Club Condominium. That one's been approved. The St. Christopher Club Gardens Condominium, that's been approved. You got St. Kitts Castle. And by the way, the other 2 were in, I think those were both in St. Kitts. And then you've got St. Kitts Castle, which is in St. Kitts. And then the villas at Penny's Beach, that's in Nevis. So there are your 9 right there. So if you're going to buy property, until you hear from us otherwise, you need to stick from those developments because the other ones have been pretty much shut down. Okay, they can't operate until they get this approval. Again, if you want to know more information on this, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. And again, don't forget the subscribe button at the right of your screen if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days. And again, folks, if you got a question or comment, put it below, and go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. We'd be glad to help you out. Time's running out. If you're looking to do this, you need to do it quickly, especially with the donation option. These fees are going up, and it's going to be really difficult if you're starting now to get all the paperwork finished before the deadline date, but we can do our best to try to get you through, but you're going to have to move really quick now to try to get the paperwork through, because you got other entities that could bog you down. It's third parties that have to send you stuff, and that's what can, hold up your citizenship process. Let us know if you got any questions, and I look forward to talking to you later. Take care.